Hello guys, Sue Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 863, and today we're reacting to OddGamer, Goin Quackers. And we react to this beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is dedicated. Oh man, yeah. If you watch this remix, we did this on Cartoon Explosion before. Yeah, it is dedicated to Rusty Taylor. Yeah. So there you go. Continue on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Internet viewers. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer. As some of you know, I review games that were based on live-action remakes or adaptations.
Okay.
However, for this month, I want to talk about a well-known character from the Disney folklore that's been around for many generations. Not to mention that I wanted to do this for some time now, and that I've been on a Disney vibe for the majority of the year. So without further ado, this is Donald Duck Month.
Okay, makes sense. OddGamer presents Donald Duck Month. Okay, makes sense. Hold on one moment. Okay. Continue on. And that just makes sense for me. Anyway. Cartoon background artist. Smoothies? Okay. No One by Donald Duck. Music lyrics by Alvarez. Title design credits text. Yeah, I heard about this from House of Mouse and No One but Donald Duck. Anyway. Makes sense. Anyway. Lucas Bradley. Wow, okay. Credits inspiration by art title Buddy Gay. Continue on. Okay, makes sense. Goin Quackers. Okay. Continue on. Wow. Okay.
What can I say about Donald Duck? For 85 years, Donald is one of the most well-known cartoon characters of
Now 88 years. Continue on.
all time, with his short temper, recognizable voice, and often equipped with a blue-collar shirt, his hat, and red bow tie. By the way, isn't it strange that after all these years, we never see him in the Navy? I mean, he got to be in the Army, the Boy Scouts, and even a Nazi, which turned out to be a thing.
Which makes sense. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Goodness! Donald Duck?
Wow.
Wow! I thought this day would come! Anyway, what are you doing here? Sure, why not? This is awesome!
Wow.
So Donald, would it be okay if I discuss a bit of history about you to my loyal viewers?
Wow, okay. Continue on. I couldn't hear anything about Donald. Okay. Okay, hold on. Close caption so I can hear this.
Good to know. Anyway, here's a brief history of how Donald Duck became Disney's most memorable duck.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Donald Duck was designed by Walt Disney and was described by him as the problem child. Donald made his debut in 1934 in a cartoon titled The Wise Little Hen, but his personality was fleshed out in another cartoon called Orphans Benefit, where Donald has to entertain orphans that keep on heckling him and therefore making him angry. Since then, Donald has appeared in almost 200 films in his career, making him as popular as any other well-known Disney character. And to his success, lots of video games were made based on Disney's most memorable duck. And first off... Video games? Well, yes.
Wow.
Anyway, let's start Donald Duck Month with Goin Quackers, or Quackers.
Okay.
Yes, I do remember that. Anyway, Goin Quackers was released in 2000 for the following consoles:
Wow.
Game Boy Color, PC, PS1, the version that Quackers reviewed, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, and the PS2.
Okay.
Not only was it re-released under Donald Duck Advance for the Game Boy Advance a year later, but there would also be a GameCube release the year after that. All these
Okay.
versions were developed by Ubisoft, best known for Rayman, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Just Dance, and Raving Rabbids.
And especially the current versions of Wheel and Jeopardy and The Price is Right and other game shows that have been now known as Frontal Media game shows. So, yeah. Continue on.
But I haven't updated you, but this is my review. Well, so
Yep.
you seem to be excited about something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Donald. Since you're here, why don't you explain what's going on in this cutscene? Now, before we continue, I want to make this a little easier for our viewers to understand, just in case.
Translate, okay.
I wish for subtitles.
Okay.
Now that that's out of the way, let the review continue.
Okay. Wow. Mm. Wow. Okay. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Wow, couldn't have explained it any better.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You're welcome, Donald. I wish the subtitles were off.
Wow.
That's more like it. Anyway, we end up in Gyro's lab where we see 4 separate teleporters that transports Donald to 4 different areas containing around 3 to 4 levels plus a boss level. Unlike the PS1 version, where Donald has to collect orbs to power up the teleporter, Donald has to find parts of a weather vane, which he then uses to power up the teleporter, therefore getting enough energy to transport Donald to the next area.
Mm-hmm.
We start off in Ducky Mountain, and already this game looks pretty good.
Yes.
It's a combination of a mountain as well as a forest with grass, trees, and bushes. Since this is the first level, Gyro interrupts your gameplay by giving you a tutorial on how to play the game. Not to mention he gives you helpful hints along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And to be perfectly honest, I don't mind that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he can communicate with you long range.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the gameplay is pretty basic. You use the control stick to move and pressing the buttons to either jump as well as double jump or attack. But you can also bounce on enemies' heads. And for those of you wondering, yes, this is Disney's version of Crash Bandicoot. I say this because every stage in this game are all platforming levels. Not only that, but you also collect 100 gears for an extra life, reach through multiple checkpoints, and the stages are either in 3D or 2D, which is exactly like Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to the gears, if you manage to collect 5 in a row within a second or less, a letter of the word special would appear, and collecting all the letters grants you an extra move.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, go ahead. Also, in order to perform a special move, you have to jump on at least 3 enemies and press the R button while in mid-air to perform a special move. If you manage to perform a certain button combination within 3 seconds, Donald will then perform a special move and become invincible for a short period of time.
And the gears will be worth more.
Exactly.
But there is one catch when doing the special moves. You can only do the special moves until you get hit.
Yes.
Well, Donald, let me explain. Your health meter is based on your attitude, or mood as the game calls it, If you get hit by an enemy or an obstacle, then you become angry. And if you take another hit, you then die and start again from the beginning or last reach checkpoint. However, drinking a milkshake makes you happy again. And how do you find a milkshake? By jumping on purple boxes that contain power-ups based on your mood setting.
Now that was for you. Jack said it was still up there outside of the box. Do I still see a milkshake, Jack?
Well, Donald, I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
Bad news is, well, you don't get a milkshake.
Awesome.
But the good news is you get orange juice, which makes you hyper.
You remember as you're becoming faster and stronger than the other stuff.
Pretty much.
Boy.
There are also red boxes that give you 10 extra gears. The 3D levels are a bit self-explanatory, while the 2D levels let you see some of the settings. Once again, they look pretty nice. Meanwhile, in Murloc's lair, Daisy's in a cage and Murloc reveals a machine that he plans to use in order to take over the world.
My friends will come and rescue me. They'll stop you.
But Murloc has a way to stop the two. Master Hand's ghost?
Well, I assume he either wants to stop Donald from saving Daisy, or ask Donald to be a new fighter in Smash Brothers.
Well, see that, also further than your explanation, I am sure we want to stop it from killing Daisy.
And you'd be right. But wouldn't it be funny if Master Glove did want Donald for Smash?
Hey Donald, come back. I don't want to hurt you. I just want you for my new game, Smash Ultimate. Why do they always run?
After that, we get a boss battle against a chicken named Bernadette. However, before every boss fight, we get cutscenes that have Gladstone arriving before Donald does. Unfortunately, Gladstone gets either hurt or damaged by the ongoing boss enemy. And every time it happens, he says this.
Oh, I found a nickel.
Hey Donald, out of curiosity, does Gladstone have an obsession with nickels in the same way as Scrooge having an obsession with gold?
Well, yes, but he does like right now to interrupt it. After all, he is so lets to get these done for a reason.
Oh. The boss battle against Bernadette is difficult at first, but it gets easier once you know what you're doing. Also, is it just me, or do Bernadette's hatchlings look like Chuck from the Angry Birds movie?
Wow.
No?
Oh no.
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
The way to attack her is to avoid her cracking eggs that contain hatchlings, avoid her bounce attacks, and bounce on her head once her helmet pops off. And as I mentioned before, John plays the weather vane to give the teleporter enough energy to unlock the next area, Duckburg.
Wow.
Yes, the home of a yellow that goes Scrooge.
Well, that's good to know.
Wow.
Anyway, Duckburg feels more like a construction site because the city's filled with construction workers, even some with jackhammers, conveyor belts, trucks, and battery generators.
Okay.
Even the 2D level, Urban High Rises, includes bed springs and platform pulleys, as well as everything I mentioned in the previous level.
Okay.
After running away from Master Glove, again, Don once again finds Gladstone, only this time he gets launched by a wrecking ball courtesy of the Beagle Boys.
I came in like a...
Oh my god. Let me do this. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Background.
You know, I can see Donald running around frantically.
Came in like a...
I don't want to get copyright from YouTube.
Anyway, the boss battle is pretty easy.
You know, I can see Donald running around frantically wanting help from Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge, what's that here?
Don't you worry, nephew. All you need to do is have the wrecking ball hit those Beagle Boys off the vehicle.
Wow.
And that's pretty much it. I also love how Donald takes the last of the Beagles out of the building.
Yes. Now, show me the moves.
Did I just make Donald even more awesome?
Hey dudes, did I miss anything important?
Oh, hi, Hux. Not that I know of.
It's alright, dude. I was just... Gamer? Is that Donald Duck by any chance?
Yep. Hey, Donald, I'd like you to meet OddGamer, my loyal companion.
Oh, hi,
Glad to meet you, Donald. Anyway, I was just curious. Later, dudes!
well, I'll be done.
I get it. Because he's a dog.
We move on to the next area, Magic and Spells Mansion, also known as the Haunted Mansion of this game. It has everything.
Wow.
Axe-wielding arms, bear rugs with spikes, bear bones, Duckenstein monsters, chain-dropping maces, floating pumpkins, bouncy spiderwebs, and, not again, bats.
Yeah.
Unlike
Batman. Yeah. Continue on.
These bats have sonars that can still hurt you. But you still bounce on top of them to get rid of them.
Remember what I said earlier that almost every level has a chase sequence? Well, it turns out that this is the only area to not have a chase level.
Then meet up with Magic and a Spell, voiced by one half of Rocky and Bullwinkle, the late June Foray.
Yeah, the late June Foray, yeah. Yeah, I heard about her, yeah. She's from DuckTales, my childhood. Continue on.
Magic and Spells include shockwaves and laser blasts, which she aims at Donald. She also sends her skeleton dogs, which Donald can punch through. If you manage to punch out the dog's head at the precise location, it aims at Magica's head, therefore inflicting her damage. And then we see that Magica was a bonehead the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody. Oh, right. Sorry.
On to the final area, Murloc's Temple. I guess sort of a volcano aesthetic to it, but it looks pretty fitting for an evil lair.
Wow.
Why can't all evil layers be set inside a volcano? It was a rhetorical question, Donald.
Anyway, this is where the game starts becoming difficult. From
Okay.
conveyor belts, haunted duck spirits, indie duck tribes, streaky platforms with spikes on the side, and lava that instantly kills you if your foot touches it. My most
Makes
hated
sense.
level in the game has to be Ancient Fate, especially in this area. You have Dawn on a bouncy platform as you land on a seesaw platform with bats and these platforms with a spike on the side.
Uh-huh.
I hate this part because you have no idea where the platforms reappear or when the bats attack with the sonar.
Okay.
However, after multiple attempts, I finally managed to get the level done. After running away from Master Hand for the final time, we finally meet up with Murloc.
This next scene is so well known that in order to make it proper, you gotta start off with this.
Roll call.
Donald! Daisy!
Donald.
Wow.
Murloc! Daisy! Gladstone!
Daisy.
Gladstone!
Murloc. That's enough.
So after Donald called out Gyro to pull out Gladstone out of Murloc's grasp, and more Gladstone nickel obsessions, we endure the final battle against Murloc. And it's pretty easy. You have to dodge flaming fireballs and shooting darts while trying to avoid crumbling platforms along the way. After
Wow.
a while, you have to run away from Murloc, be transformed into a tornado.
It's a twister. It's a twister.
Wow, Wizard of Oz movie, okay.
But it's easy to tell where the real Murloc is because he's taller than the other clones.
You know, for a final boss battle, I expected a challenge with it. But once again, the boss battle is pretty easy.
Do the same thing 2 more times and Murloc turns into a baby?
Uh,
There is.
uh-huh.
Anyway, Donald plants the last weather vane as Gyro powers up the teleporter to its full power. Donald manages to save Daisy after shooting a laser at the cage, resulting in Daisy landing on Donald. Oh, and the temple starts to collapse into the lava. Gyro teleports both Donald and Daisy, as well as the machine, back to the lab where Gladstone is badly damaged. It turns out the machine that Murloc used to rule the world was actually a popcorn maker that makes dark chocolate popcorn. And Daisy kisses Donald for saving her. The end.
Well, Donald, all I can say is that this game is pretty easy to beat.
Don't get me wrong, it is a Disney game that is made for kids, and it does the job pretty well. Graphically, both the levels and characters look nice, despite the lighting being out of black, even though Donald can look pretty scary in dark areas. Gameplay-wise,
Excuse me.
it's okay. Donald controls pretty well, and I love the double jump feature in the game because it's very useful when trying to get to farther areas. And the music sounds pretty good too. Clement, who better composed the music for Quantum Quest, did a pretty good job with this game. In fact, it's so good that some of the tracks are even featured on a SoundCloud page under the name Chemistry Music. Give them a listen when you get a chance. As I said before, the game is pretty easy to beat. Even though it took me 2.5 hours.
Wow, okay.
Blind when I recorded it. It can typically take you about an hour to beat the game normally. Overall,
Okay.
Goin Quackers is a pretty good game, and I recommend this game to anyone who's interested in playing a good quality Donald Duck game.
Hey, Donald, can I ask you something? Well, since I'm doing Donald Duck games this month, would you care to stick around for more games? Awesome!
Okay.
So which Donald Duck game will I review next time? You'll just have to wait and see. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Okay. That was easy. Scott Boy. Okay, makes more sense. Anyway. Okay, makes sense anyway. Wow. So that was very OddGamer, Donald Duck Goin, Quackers. What do I think about this episode? I think it was amazing. So far, this episode was a successful one. And that was the LJPCBM episode number 863. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be LJPCBM episode number 864. Very OddGamer. This is going to be the second of these months ahead. It's going to be called PB. Not sure what it's going to be stands for. But it is PB. It's PK. Excuse me. Okay, wait. Out of the shows, Very OddGamer. Now, man, excuse me. I gotta get ready to make bedtime stories episode and go to bed. Until next time, Sue Jones and Bob, peace out, baby. We get more videos gonna be soon. Tell me to say out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver